What's going on, guys? Multiverse Corrupt here with another action figure review video. Today we're going to be looking at Mcfarlane Toys, The Joker, The Criminal. And I gotta say, first impressions, just by looking at it in the box, I am going to love this figure. I can just feel it. Only thing I wish they would have done is gave him a little smile. You know, a little grin, not showing the teeth, just a closed mouth smile would have been perfect for me, right? But pretty standard Mcfarlane case on the front. You know, you got Joker, Criminal down here, DC Multiverse, open face window. Not really much going on top other than Batman 3 Jokers. On the side here, the Joker, the Criminal, Batman 3 Jokers. The box just shows, the back of the box, excuse me, just shows what the trading card's going to look like. Like I said, I'm really glad that they went with showcasing the figures and how they can be posed up for photos. I love posing them up, snapping a few photos, and then posting it on Instagram. Yeah, let's go ahead and rip this guy out of the box and see everything he comes with. So when it comes to accessories, the only thing he really comes with is this cane. I mean, I'm really not wanting to waste your guys' time. Every Mcfarlane figure comes with its own little display base. Whether it's a flight stand or just this, same as last time, DC, foot peg, nothing on the bottom. But as for the card, we do have a killer front photo of him walking with the cane, looking like a bad mamma jamma. Like he's just, look at that. That is a beautiful, I might find a way to pose him like this. If not that, he'll definitely be balancing on his cane. We'll see how much I can get with that. But on the front, all you have right here is the Joker, the Criminal, Batman 3 Jokers, a beautiful picture of the Joker. And then we also have the back read up. If you guys want to pause that and read that right there, you can. But yeah, other than that, that's a little two basic items that come with it. But now this is what I was actually looking at before I started this. It's like how detailed the head of this cane is. You got the J in there for Joe, and you have just all these little I don't know, divots and crevices in there, and looks like mine actually has some black wash that rubbed up right here. I'm actually fine with it. I'll just probably pose, yeah, I'll pose them definitely like that with the J pointing outward. There's literally nothing going on for the cane itself. It's just a flat piece of black plastic. It is a rubbery piece, but I wouldn't suggest bending it too far, because like I get about like that much, but I kind of feel it like straining in the middle. So I really don't want to like bend it to where the plastic shows white going across the middle or anything like that. I can see mine slightly bent just a little bit, or maybe I just fixed it by doing that one time, but it was kind of off to the side a little bit. Oh, I can get it like that again. See how it kind of kirks to the left a little bit, but I'm sure if I just dip it in hot water and grab something, like just hold it out a little bit, it should be fine. But it doesn't really bother me that much. Maybe I'll just get it to where I can like lean it out more for him to balance on. But other than that, that's all he really comes with as for accessories. Just a simple trading card, display base, and a cane that's just really got a beautiful headpiece on it. But as for the rest of it, it's just a long black piece of plastic. But let's go ahead and move on to the figure itself. And here we have the Joker out, guys. Here he is holding on to his cane in just the simplest pose I could think of, but I'm actually kind of digging it. I think I might put him on my display stand just like this. Maybe he's looking out, you know, looking off a building, looking for the Batman. But like I said before, I haven't really read this storyline, and correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I guess he's supposed to be like a more serious Joker, maybe more distinguished, you know, more dapper type of sociopath. I don't know. But, oh, God, I just can't get over this Joker figure. Like I said before when he was in the box, I do wish they would have gave him like at least a little bit of a grin, showing some teeth. And if I have the color, I like to do a little bit of a touch up here and there on some of my figures. I might get like the smallest the smallest paintbrush that I have, and I might just kind of trace that red of his lips up to the cheekbone just a little bit, just to kind of give it more of a Joker feel. If I don't like it, I'll hit it with some slight paint remover, or just take my X-Acto knife and just scrape it back off. But hey, I may not touch it at all. Who knows? Y'all will definitely see in future videos if I use this one for a comparison to other Joker figures coming out. But like I said, I am absolutely in love with this figure. Let's go ahead and get this figure in hand off the rotating turntable and see everything he can do in terms of articulation and maybe some future poses we'll get him in. In terms of scale for my Joker, he is about a 7-inch figure. He's more actually like closer to 7.5. Like I said in my last video, like I've noticed Mcfarlane has been drifting higher from their 7-inch figures. I guess it's just to get them more in scale with each other, but I'm actually okay with it. Like I've said countless times already, I am more of a fan of the larger scale figures, but not so much as like Hot Toys figures. Hot Toys, I believe, is just, for me, it's just too tall. Like, but don't get me wrong, Hot Toys will forever hold the king spot of action figures. But for me, these will do for now. But as for the Joker, he does have an older look to the Joker. Well, he's been doing this for a while. A lot of sleepless nights going after the Batman. But I actually like it. I kind of like that he's kind of an older looking gentleman, and he's just, he's just out to do the job, it looks like at this point. There's 3 Jokers out there. He's got the other 2 out there doing all the hellacious running around, so he doesn't really need to, I guess. Maybe he's more sophisticated. I really need to read these comics for you guys before I do these figure reviews, but there's just not enough time in the world to get caught up before I fall completely behind with new figures coming out and yada, yada, yada. But let's go ahead and move into his articulation. So he is on a ball joint for the head. His head does rotate all the way around. Does look down about that much, and he looks up about that much. Maybe he's looking for the bat signal up there. He actually looks up a lot higher than I thought he would. A lot of Mcfarlane figures would just like kind of stop about there, but he actually tilts back, and his head kind of does look up. So I would say, as for a Mcfarlane figure, we really got lucky with this head going up and down, because he really does get a good, fair range of motion out there with this. As for his arms do pop out about here, all the way straight out about here. He does have a bicep swivel, goes all the way around. His elbow does have a double jointed elbow, make him, flex up whatever little muscle he's got underneath this jacket. And his hand does rotate all the way around as well. As for his hand moving, I see the joint in there to move it, but it doesn't really move much. The jacket really does get in the way of all that. But I believe he's just, supposed to be holding the cane. He does have like the trigger finger hand. So I'm actually okay with Mcfarlane doing that. I know some guys I talk to, and they're like, I don't know why they're still doing the trigger fingers, because they're not making guns because of the whole new rule or law they're supposed to follow now. But I believe you take any other gun that you have, it's going to be a tight fit, but maybe I can get it in there. So maybe not this Joker gun, this one being the one that came from the Joker Arkham Asylum action figure. But this one may not fit in his hand. But I believe if you have any other Mcfarlane toy guns laying around, they would fit in his hand. But, they might just have to live with the cane for now. But with that said, let's go ahead and keep pushing on. His waist doesn't really move. It is one of those figures where they didn't give him any ab crunch, or I guess hardly any, if any. Like he does wiggle a little bit, just not much when it comes to his waist swivel. I guess he doesn't really have one, but I guess he wouldn't really need one if you're going to sculpt him with this whole jacket. But I am really digging the detail of this jacket. Like you can see the pockets are sculpted in there, the buttons are sculpted, the overlap of the jacket. I respect that there is a vest in the back that you can see. His little bolo tie going on. Like all of this is sculpted on. It's not just slabs of paint on there. And I'm so glad about how far figures have come throughout the years of when it comes to detail. Because normally this would go back to like 09 or something. Like this would just be a black, flat, nothing detailed in it, no lines, crevices in the back of it. His hair would just be a flat little black piece or green piece. I do have this little flap over. This one does pop up too. That tells me it is just where it got smushed in its packaging. But like I said, I'm okay with it. Maybe some wind's blowing on the rooftops. Who knows? Let's go ahead and go down to his legs. His legs kick out about this far. Kick back, hardly any at all. Good old Mcfarlane diapers and their little crotch gaps going on. He does have double hinge knees. I say it in every video. I gotta put them in hot water before I do this, but I'm just so excited to jump into it for you guys. He does have double jointed knees, and when it comes to his footing, okay. That just slid right out. I'll have to try to get that back in there. Did that pop out? Did that just break on camera? That looks broken, don't it? Oh no. Alright, hang on guys. Alright guys, he was not broken. It just popped out, and you talk about a scare. I really am enjoying these figures and what Mcfarlane is doing. But that scared me. I will probably never touch this foot again, unless I'm turning it sideways. So let's go ahead and move on to the other foot. But his toe doesn't really point down that much. The reason why that popped out is because his pant leg does kind of hinder his foot or ankle articulation, pointing it out. It does have a ankle pivot, but not much because the pants are in the way. But he does have toe articulation. Y'all can see the hinges, but both of mine, I don't want to mess with that one. Both of mine seem to be stuck when it comes to it. Yeah, no, that's on there. So I'll have to dip his feet in some hot water. But other than that, I do really enjoy this figure right here. It's a very basic, very simple design, but I really do enjoy it. So let's go ahead and jump into the comparison to the other figures in this wave. So here we have Joker standing next to his nemesis, Batman. And this is the Batman from the last video that is involved with this same wave. And this Batman is just a beefy, hulking monster of a man just standing next to the Joker. When he gets his hand on the Joker, he's going to do some damage. But I like it. I really do think the Joker should be smaller than Batman. Obviously, we've seen it throughout the years. He's been real thin. He looks super malnourished. But I guess you don't really have time to stop by McDonald's for a cheeseburger when you're out there looking to cause trouble through the streets of the Gotham City. But I really do like how these two come in scale with each other. They really do size up, with Batman being about 7.5 and Joker just being just under 7.5 inches. But I am absolutely fine with this, because how else is Batman supposed to pick Joker off the ground if he's the same height as him, you know? So here we have Red Hood standing next to the Joker. This is the Red Hood from this line. Y'all saw him in the last Batman video as well. Red Hood really is the smallest figure in this line. I saw some promo shots of Batgirl. I haven't picked her up, and the other Jokers stand about the same height as this Joker. Obviously, the comedian Joker is going to stand taller on account of his hat. But this Red Hood really is like one of the smallest ones. It does bother me. I do feel like Red Hood should be taller, if not the same height as the Joker. I don't think he should be smaller. Like, yeah, he was Robin, but, put some respect on his name, especially with his height. I feel like Red Hood should have been at least the same height as the Joker. But it's just one of those things I'm going to have to swallow my pride on, move on with my life. I do still love this Red Hood. There will be a review coming on Red Hood soon. I just haven't really got to that yet. So, with that said, let's go ahead and compare Joker to the Joker. Aha, I bet you thought that I was going to pull out another Joker from the 3 Joker storyline. But I do not have the other 2 yet. They are currently in the mail on their way here. But all I have right now is the Joker from the Arkham Asylum video game. I do still love this Joker design. This Joker design is one of my all-time favorites. I love how there's, I ain't even going to get into it. We'll do him on another flashback Friday. And y'all will see all that he comes with. Just a good old reminder for you guys for the older figures. But I actually really am enjoying this. I love that the Jokers look completely different. Goes with the multiverse theme, right? Completely different universes, throwing them together. And I'm really enjoying it. I do like how the way that I have them posed up, well, especially him, he's kind of looking down, which makes him look like he's standing a little bit taller. But they are just about the same size. His hair makes him look like he's a little bit taller. But if I was to fix his head, maybe y'all could see it better. Oh yeah, there you go. Right there, green to green, standing up, toe to toe. And I love both of these Jokers. I love both of their designs. This one, I'm absolutely fine with a more serious Joker. And so there we have it, guys. I finally got the gun to fit in his hand from the Arkham Asylum Joker. And believe me when I say that was the most epic battle between men and action figure grip hands you have ever seen in your life. That took a lot of work to get in there. Hopefully it's a lot easier to get out. But with all that said, I have the Joker, the criminal. I love this figure. I'm definitely going to rate this one a 9 out of 10. The only reason I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 is on the account of no ab crunch. But other than that, there's nothing else I can say. I love this figure. I'm glad I have it in my collection. I'm definitely going to be posing it up with some other Jokers I'm going to be getting in the future. And I'm definitely going to be taking so many pictures of him and throwing them on Instagram. A lot of them is going to be facing the Batman. Multiple Batman, not just the one that he knows. But with that said, guys, this has been the Joker the Criminal review. I love it. 9 out of 10. Pick it up. It's a must get from Mcfarlane Toys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.